Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. That's it for today's video. So it's Thursday, and Thursdays I try to do Thursday's Thirsty Thoughts, come up with a topic. Hopefully it's engaging. Get the comment section going, get those conversations going, and yeah, it's just fun. So this one is one that piqued my interest. Great friend of mine, friend of the channel, friend in real life. Talked to this dude a lot. Keith from 93 Lumber. Hang out in real life. Just good dude. As always, make sure you check him out if you haven't already, which seems like at this point you're just being difficult if you haven't checked him out. But I'll add him in the description box below since he inspired this idea unintentionally. So as you can see, I don't know exactly what I'll word the title, but something to the effect of what's something in beer you don't like? Something like that. Now it can be the literal liquid beer or just the beer community. I'm going to talk about liquid beer for my take, but if you want to talk about you hate kids at breweries or whatever, that's fine. I get it. Helps the algorithm, no problem. Can totally be not in the glass kind of a thing. But I did decide, well, I kind of worked backwards. He pointed out something interesting about myself. I'm like, oh, that's a good topic. And it's true what he said. So again, like feel free to be very loose with something that doesn't do it for you in beer, okay? But I'm going to keep it with the glass. So he had a while back given me a very thoughtful beer. It was cane. It had maple syrup in it. It was a barley wine. I think it was aged in barrels. Like things I love. Didn't do it for me. Did not do it for me. And I texted him a picture of it. I'm like, hey, did you ever review this beer? Because I think I looked up and I didn't see a review of it for him. And I'm pretty sure he said no. This is a couple weeks ago at this point. I apologize for not remembering all the finer details. And, vanilla. And he's like, yeah, it seemed like a no-brainer for you, kind of a comment, I'm like, yeah. And then this is the revelation he said. He goes, I guess I'll have to continue my quest to find a barley wine that has adjuncts in it that you actually like. Like a ton of bricks, guys. I was like, whoa. There have been plenty of examples of barley wines that I do not like that have adjuncts in them. And I never put it together. There are always these isolated things. Sorry, I'm just fidgeting with this Brooklyn cork that I forgot was down here from a week ago. And it just stopped me in my tracks when I read the text. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I forget which one I had first, but the first two chronologically that come to mind, probably infamously, I hated when Goose Island put coffee in their barley wine. Okay, sorry, just real quick. I love barley wines that have been aged in barrels, and barrels are an adjunct. I'm excluding barrels, obviously. If you watch the channel, you know how much I love barrel-aged barley wines. So obviously I'm excluding those. What I'm not excluding is when I had coffee added. I'm like, no, that's not good. And then, again, I don't remember which one was chronologically first, but Weyerbacher makes awesome beer. They've had different ownership and stuff, but, I had that Sunday Morning Stout that they rebrewed with whoever's owning it now. Just like I remember, phenomenal, so stoked on it. Had one a couple weeks ago just for fun, didn't re-review it or anything. Keith had just given me two bottles of it. I'd reviewed one, and then just for fun. I know it's weird to not review a beer, but anyway, I digress. They do an Insanity, which is what they call their barrel-aged barley wine. And they did a Sinsanity, which had cinnamon. And it was the first time I remember being like, oh, cinnamon you can overdo in beer easily. And I've talked about this probably anytime I've ever had a beer with cinnamon, I'd probably make that point. Sometimes, and they're not the only ones, where I've had a beer where it's this is too much cinnamon. I love cinnamon, but I think it's an adjunct that you need a very gentle hand with, very light hand, whatever the expression is. Not a heavy hand. How about that? And they definitely, in my opinion, had too much cinnamon taste in it, and it took me out of it. The one I just mentioned from Cane, and Cane's a great brewery. This is not me talking probably about Cane at all. It's clearly a me thing with it. That's just a style I want no adjuncts in. Not that hops are an adjunct, but I do prefer English style barley wines to American style barley wines. Although Bigfoot, obviously, I love. There have been some exceptions. Speaking of Bigfoot, like that like chai inspired one I quite liked. So it is possible, but I'm thinking those are exceptions to the rule. And I think as a rule of thumb, I'm just not a big fan. Although, yeah, Bigfoot has pulled it off. At least in English style barley wines, I don't want adjuncts. Maybe American style barley wines I do prefer. Or not prefer, I'm more okay with. That's interesting. I didn't think about that till just now. Clearly, I'm speaking and thinking in real time. That's interesting. I got to think on that. And I'm sorry, because I'm going down this rabbit hole in my brain right now. I forgot some of the other examples I had of barley wines that had adjuncts that I did not like. If Keith watches this, he might be able to point out one or two other ones. Actually, a lot of people might be able to be like, yeah, I remember you hated this beer too, or whatever. Didn't like this one as much. I very rarely hate beer, but did not like as much as you might have thought, or I might have thought. I am rambling, which is how I know to wrap this up. So one more time, everyone watching. The thought is, Thursday's Thirsty Thought, the thought is, what's something in beer, could be quite literally added to beer, that just doesn't do it for you, or just in the whole beer space. It could be brewery related, it could be marketing, it could be whatever. That just doesn't do it for you. That's this week's theme. What are your thoughts in the comment section below? I want to do something about Dogfish Head next week. I'm going to do a Cellar Saturday with Dogfish Head this week because they're celebrating their 30th anniversary, and I kind of want to give them their flowers a little bit. So I'm going to do a Dogfish Head this week for my Cellar Saturday, and maybe next week, Thursday's Thirsty Thoughts. I have an idea. Unless you have a better idea. Anyway, comment section below. Let's get those ideas going. Let's get those thoughts going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check them out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.